All right, you guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Yes, tonight, we've got quite a show going on. You guys, welcome to the show. I am Kelvin Troy Johnson, dating relationship coach, known as the Love Coach of Atlanta. Glad to have you all on board tonight. And we got our TikTok audience here that's rocking out with us. We're live here on Facebook. We're here on YouTube, and we're here to have a great conversation. Let me just say hello to the peeps who are out there. Hello, Keisha. Keisha is checking in. Hello, you guys. Hello. Hey, gorgeous. My girl. That's literally her name. Hey, gorgeous. Yes, Thick Brown is in the house. Blessings. Paul is in the house. Thank you all for joining me here tonight. We got a good show for you guys tonight, and it's just a good conversation. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. It came to my attention to have this conversation, and so that's what we're going to do. All right. Let me make sure I can. All right. Let's get that music down, get everything together. So come on, you guys, check in. Let me know that you are here watching the show. We're getting into it today, you guys. We got a great topic. Why don't men want single moms? Why don't men want single mothers? Why don't men want to date single mothers? Or do you think that men do want to date single mothers and they're just not ready? So I want to hear which side you are on, and I love it when you guys drop your city and state. Let me know where you guys are watching the show from. Let me know where you guys are watching the show from as we get it popping in here today. Yes. Let me know where you guys are checking in from as we have the conversation. Yes. Thank you guys for coming in. So I want to hear your perspective. I want to hear which side you're on. And I am getting ready to drop the invite into the chat. Invite a guest. Yep. So look, I'm dropping the invite into the chat. If you guys want to come on up, I want to hear from you. What's going on? My girl Tina Marie is in the building. Niquetta, what's happening? Michelle Owens is in the building. Hello, Israel is in the house. Thank you guys so much for being here. Coffee Beans, hello. Miami's in the house. Hey, cousin from South Carolina. Tracy's in the building. What's happening, Tracy? Thank you so much for checking in. Look, I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. So if you want to come in, you want to sound off, you want to let me hear what you have to say, you can go ahead into the chat, click the link in the chat, and I want to hear what you have to say. What is it? What's going on with the situation with the single moms today? Let me bring the music down just a bit more. Matter of fact, I'll turn it off for the moment. So look, so this topic came to me, you guys. Some of our friends from TikTok jumped in and was like, "Listen, I'm finding it that these men don't want to date single moms. These men out here, they don't want to date single moms. They're giving us a bad time." Like, and the lady asked me, "What's wrong with dating single moms?" All right. She said, these guys, unless you're free and clear, they don't want to be bothered. But there's something we got to talk about with that, y'all. You got a question. How does somebody become a single mom? How do you become a single mom? There's really only one way to become a single mom. You got pregnant, and then the relationship, the situationship, whatever it was, it didn't work out. So you decided to be on your own. So you know what? I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you have a situation that you could talk about. If you have been a single mom, maybe your kid's whole life, you have a different perspective to talk about. And as you're, especially if you're dating, and you're a single mom, I want to hear from you. So we got some things, type in the chat. What is the reason that you are a single mom? Why are you a single mom? For the single moms who are listening, and I'm gonna grab some of these comments here. S. Millennia said, it's hard to date when you are a single mother. Why is it hard to date when you're a single mother? Talk to me. Never married, no kids. Okay, Dawn. All right. Tessie says, men do not want a package. Men do not want the package deal. Some aren't ready, Dick Brown said. And all right, look. So it's on the other side now. Coffee Beans from Indiana says, I will never date a guy that has kids either. So there's some people who are chiming on that side. All right. My girl, Michelle Owens, my cousin, Michelle Owens, she said, I had girls and didn't trust men around my girls. All right. Okay. So let me stop right there, and you guys keep your comments coming. I want to keep hearing the reason that you are a single mom. I want to hear about your experiences in dating as a single mom. So Michelle Owens, she said, I had girls and didn't trust men around my girls. So at what point can you trust somebody around your children? Now let me also say it from the other perspective, from the men, right? From the male perspective, and I can speak on this because I was am a stepfather. Okay, I'm a stepfather, right? But I can tell you, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was getting into. I came right in as a stepfather of a tween. He was like 12, 13, right? And I didn't know what to do, right? I wasn't prepared for the you ain't my father. I wasn't prepared for the maybe some of the disrespect, for some of the expectations. I wasn't fully prepared for everything that came with being a stepfather. Okay. But I did the best that I could. And people who looked upon the situation, they said, you got to this boy's life at the right time. You landed in this boy's life at the right time, and it made the difference in his life. All right. So sometimes it can really work out. And for him, it did work out. It worked out just fine. He's a good man. He's a grown man. He's a good man, got his own child. And, he's a very respectful kid. And I know, look, I'm not popping my collar, right? But I know that the impact that I must have had on his life, stepping in and being in the father role. So it's a real thing. All right, we got some more. Oh, wait, let me grab my boy Trent. What's happening, good brother? Thank you so much for popping in. Hey, and look, if anybody wants to jump in the stream, let me pin the comment. Pin use it. Oh, I guess I can't pin a comment. All right, well, look, go in the comment section and click the link, you guys. I would love to have you come up on stage and let's have the conversation about it. All right. Vazi, your capital letters work this time. What do men expect in a marriage? Well, we're not talking about marriage today. Okay. We're talking about step parenting and, being in a relationship with a single mother. All right. TikToker males, it's the financial obligation of being a step parent. Yes, there is a financial obligation to being a step parent. It's not your kid. But there is an expectation that you are going to step up and step in and be all in all ways. All right. Let's talk about it. Niquetta said, why am I a single mother? Because I didn't want my daughter to think that was what love looked like. All right. So we got somebody. She decided that, you know what? I want more for my kids. I want more for my kids. I want a better example for my children. And so she decided to step off and not be with the father. So let's talk about that. What is the downside, right? When you make the decision that you're not going to be with the father of your child, how do you make that decision? And what's the upside? Upside is what Niquetta just said. She's able to tell her daughters, look, this is not what love looks like. This dysfunctional situation is not what love should look like. And it doesn't, this isn't it. So that was the upside. But what's the downside of deciding to not be with your child's father and now have to go out into the dating market and do your thing? Dick Brown says she hit the jackpot. Worked out. It worked out. Yeah. Christy Q said that the upside is no more abuse. That's good. Seven Figure said, my cousin married a man with a child. The child's mom demanded more money than they offered. At court, judge gave her less. Man, listen, let's talk about it. The downside, if a man gets involved with you and you have children, one of the downsides is there's child support. There's men coming in, men going out. Men coming in, men going out. Men around, men not around. Let's talk about it. Men, you know, this is a tough thing. Michelle Owens, cousin, says, I've seen men step up to be great dads. Yes. Michelle, listen to this. Listen to this, y'all. I've been having conversations with some men on this topic. And one of the things they say is if I had it to do over again, I wouldn't do it. Listen, there's some honest men who are not just trying to say what they feel everybody wants to hear them say, but they're just saying that what they had to sacrifice to be the partner of somebody who's got kids, be with a woman with kids. Because listen to this, let's be honest, when a woman has kids, the kids come first. When a woman has kids come first. Husband don't come first. Kids come first. Then they say it's the order is the kids, the dog, and then the man. That's what they say. The kids, the dog, and then the man. The person said it's not hard. What's hard is finding someone who wants to do it with you. That is correct. Yeah. Men understand that her kids come first. And some men are not willing to deal with that. Okay, Chef Nakaya says, she says, God, the kids, yourself, then the man. Okay. Yes. Well, and that's no. You got to forget about. Don't forget about the dog, because the dog gonna come before the man. If the dog gets sick, the man's needs go to the side. Let's be honest. All right. So let me check out what Nicola said. Downside is you tend to have to work harder to provide for your child, for your children. So Nicola said, y'all, that the weight is heavier. When there's one person that's not there, the weight is heavier. And some of these people, y'all, they're not necessarily looking for a husband. Let's be honest. They're looking for help. Not looking for a husband. They're looking for some help. Some help with them bills. Some help with raising those kids. So this is the question, you guys, that I just want y'all to answer. You know what? And you can step out of, let's say if you are a stepmom, a single mom, right? Just step out of it for a second and answer this question: what benefit is it to a man to be in a relationship with a single mother? What benefit is it for a single man? For a single man. Now, if this guy's a single man, he turned down a lot of offers for the most part. For most single men, if this guy is single, let's say he's single with no kids, he turned down a lot of offers. What benefit is it for a man to date a woman with children? What's the upside for him? Britt says the value of the woman in general. Okay. So we're presupposing that there is some value in that woman. I'm just saying. Chef says depends on what quality that woman has. That's correct. Dick Brown says the right woman will bring value. The right woman. Too Smiley said I'm wealthy and cute. What benefit is it to a single man? Let's say you know he's single, no kids. Now, I've known a situation where this guy, one of my friends, he married a woman who had about 6 kids. He married a woman who had about 6. She had about 6 kids. Now he had like at least 3 or 4 kids himself. He's got 3 or 4 kids himself. He married a woman who had like 6 kids. We had the conversation with him. I remember having the conversation with him asking him, are you sure this is what you want to do? Chef, pop onto the YouTube side. The link is in the bio. Click over there to the YouTube side. I'll bring you up. Come on into the YouTube side and click the link in the bio, and I'll bring you up on stage. Okay, so my man, my boy, he fell in love with this woman, saw great promise in this woman. She was a sweet lady. I don't know the number of baby fathers, but I believe there was at least 2, right? We asked him, do you understand what you are getting yourself into? Do you understand that you're going to be last? Your needs and the thing is going to come behind all those kids. Do you understand that you're not going to get much privacy with this relationship? There's always going to be kids around. Do you understand that there's always going to be kids around, there's always going to be people around, and you're not going to get much privacy? He said, yeah, I understand that, but I still want her. I want to marry her. And he, I don't know how much premarital counseling they did, but he married her. Now, here, look, for you guys that listen to these shows and take notes, I want y'all to hear something. I want y'all to understand something. I'm a person that I believe in premarital counseling. I don't believe that anybody should get married if you haven't sat in front of a counselor and have a counselor ask you, why do you want to get married? Have a counselor ask you, why did the last relationship not work? Have a counselor ask you, what is going to be different this time that didn't happen last time? Because you're the same person. Hard questions, right? I don't believe anybody should do it. Because look, if you were going to get, if you were a corporation and you were with Apple Computers and they were going to merge your corporation with Apple Computers, you know what they would do? They would do a thorough background check on you. They would know, they would follow you down to high school. They would want to see your high school grades. They want to know everything they can about you, because they know that when they merge their business with your business becomes their business. And they have to make sure that you don't wreck their business. And so, my boy, so when you're hanging there, I'm gonna put your comment up there in a minute. My boy, I'm not able to get on. It's a video from a year ago. Okay. Just go onto YouTube and type in The Love Coach. If any of you guys on TikTok want to come on to YouTube, go to YouTube, type in The Love Coach, and I'll come up. Sorry about that. All right, look. So my man decided, he said, you know what? I want to be married to this woman. He said he wanted to be married to that woman and nobody could talk him out of it. He got married to the woman. They stayed married for maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years. The next thing I know, they was divorced. And he said, I heard him say it. He said, I just couldn't take it anymore. He said, I just couldn't take it anymore. All the things that we said was going to happen, it happened. Because now, as the man in the life of a single woman, there's certain expectations. Okay, Nikaya, click the link in the chat there. I dropped the link in the chat. There's certain expectations that come with the position of being with a single mother. I don't care what you say. If those kids are getting wild, he has to be able to say something. Some of these single moms do not want you saying anything to their kids. Some of these single moms are not, they're real sensitive. Hey, Rosie is red. What's up, lady? They're real sensitive. And some of them do not want you saying anything to their kids. I see you, Nikaya. I'm going to bring you up in a minute. Some of these people don't want you saying anything. And so I believe this mother, this single mom that my boy married, was that kind of woman. She didn't want him disciplining those bad kids, and her kids was bad. Her kids were bad. And so he's got the pressure of now trying to discipline these kids, walking a tightrope, trying to have a relationship. When a man steps into that situation, he has to be, he starts off running at 60 miles an hour, like 100 miles an hour. He's gone. Poof. He has to be able to parent kids that aren't his, learn this woman that he just married, to really learn her and perform, right? There's no warm up. When you step into the life of a single mom, she's already doing it, doing, and she's ready to hand off some of them doings, and you got to be ready to take it and run with it. So my boy, he couldn't take it. He couldn't handle it. He had a bunch of kids. He had three kids, I believe. And all of them required child support. I know money was one of the issues. He had to bring money to that house, and he had to pay child support for them 3 kids. And it became too much for him. Nakai, are you ready?
Yeah.
Come on up. Hello, Nakai.
I'm not feeling well. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Coming through loud and clear.
Yeah, the thing to me about that is like, I've been married this August will be 11 years. And coming to we're separated because he put your hands on me, and knowing that I had a child before we got together. And sometimes you have to do self-inventory. You can't really fault. Like I did a lot of he say, she say blaming. But if a man is not there for his own children, you can't really expect him to be there for yours. Fact. And then going by what you said with marriage counseling, I'm a certified chef by trade. I was a stay-at-home mother and wife when I first got married and had my daughter. But your partner can be envious and jealous. And I noticed that, so when we got into 3 domestic violence incidents, it was my faith in God for me to walk away. And as a child of God, he said he'd never leave you. So I started back my catering business. I work for the city now. I'm a homeowner, own a couple vehicles, so sometimes a woman's demeanor or her persona or her aura is too strong for a lot of these men out here, and I know I'm a very strong, independent woman. I'm the head of my household, me and my daughter and my dog, but I'm not going to settle for anything because I know my worth. Before, sometimes I can only speak for myself. Success came so fast back then I wasn't ready for it. So God set me down for a while, regroup myself. Now is my time. So I have a friend, but I'm a Christian woman. He's Muslim. But you want the benefits of being here when it's convenient for you. It don't work that way. So I blocked him a few days ago.
Well, wait, hold on. You said a lot. I need to dig in on some of that.
I talk fast. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But hold on a second, because I want to make sure that they can hear you on the TikTok side. Can you guys hear her on the TikTok side? Let me know that you guys can hear her loud and clear on the TikTok. And because if not, I got something that I can do. Okay, they say yes. Okay, so they can hear you loud and clear. Okay, so you started. You mentioned that the man, that your child's father, you guys broke up. He put his hands on you.
He was my daughter's stepfather. My daughter's father was murdered about 5 years ago. So prior to me getting married, he knew the situation, and you took on that responsibility of being a father and a husband. It wasn't about really the finances. We had an issue when it was time to go to marriage counseling, and you had to put forth your financial documents. He tried to hold off until the last session to bring his statements in. And my pastor was like, if you don't bring his statements in this time, we're not going to officiate this marriage. But I was marrying for love, not for money. Because I'm not to degrade nobody, but I live a certain lifestyle that I can afford. So I did settle for less. It was out love. But he was looking for, I guess, a sugar. And he's older. My husband's 67. I'll be 50 August 13th. But I had my own. I always had my own. So my thing is, I'm not taking care of no grown man. If you want to be in my life and play your part, it's 50-50. You're going to do what a man's supposed to do.
So here's what I want to say, Nakai, and I appreciate you being so candid here today. One of the things that I think sometimes men don't really know what they're getting into.
I can't.
Right?
I'm not going to agree with that because I'm not saying speaking for all women. I'm gonna
let
put
me finish.
myself up front as we
Hold on,
as we talking. Go ahead.
let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me
Mm-hmm.
finish. Despite no matter what you tell them,
Mm-hmm.
right? They don't always know how this is all going to play out, right? And so sometimes you go into this thing like, yeah, I can handle that. I can be what she needs. I can be there for those kids. You know, they don't need nothing but some cereal and cereal and milk and I can handle this, right? But see, sometimes men don't understand that once you step through the door, you are pretty much the leader. You're stepping in to a role, a place that you stepping really into somebody else's field, and now you're expected to lead, not to just be a part. You're supposed to be like, they look into you, especially with kids. Like people sometimes out here, single moms say, well, my kids their daddies is all involved. So this new guy, he don't have to do nothing because the children's fathers take care of everything. But you know what? That's bull, because they might take care of everything financially. But the minute a man shows up in the position of the male role, he's looked at as, okay, he's going to tell us what to do.
I have a question for you. I have a question. How can a man lead if he's not taught? Like I said, I'll be 50 come August. My husband's 67. Now, I'm a child of God. Now, I'm trying to be submissive. If you're going to play your part. But if a man is not taught how to guide and to lead, I was wearing the pants. So I'm telling you what to do. You're supposed to be my husband, so I'm going to play you. Because you're not, how can you guide me? You don't have to do what?
Yeah.
There's a whole, I mean, some of these guys, it's crazy, but it gets real deep, though. It really gets deep, you know.
It does. But I'm glad that it worked out for you. You know, you are inspiration to some of these young women here who might feel like there's no hope. You know, they might feel like, you know, it's just doing it all on their own is just, you know, this is terrible and there's no light at the end of the tunnel.
You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. That's all I can say. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith.
Absolutely. All right, Nakia, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the love.
All right, God bless you. Bye-bye.
All right, God bless you. All right, Nakia, that was Nakia, you guys. And look, if you guys want to come on in, pop on the YouTube side, type in The Love Coach, and we'll bring you up. I got my cousin Michelle Owens is in the building. What's up, Michelle?
Hey, cuz, how are you?
All is well. All is well. Talk to me. Why don't men want single women with children? Why don't they want to date single women? And maybe what's been your experience?
Well, I've seen it within the family as well as church family. For me, I just took upon myself to do what I had to do for my kids by myself, because I put myself on the back burner to make sure they had my time as far as working and everything else. I wanted to be there for them. But a lot, that's what a lot of mothers should, you know, they do. But I also have seen brothers step up to the plate and have taken on 4 or 5 kids and just took them in as their own. And yeah, it was rocky at first, but they came to an understanding. And that brother raised those kids until they got grown and moved off. You got some brothers that do that, and then you got some that don't. Like you said, the guy came into the marriage, he wasn't ready. He had enough. He should have got to know the children. You got to get to know those children, build your trust.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute, Michelle. Well, wait a minute. How do you get to know the children? Look, and in this situation, there was like 6 of them, right? And so he stepped into a pressure situation.
Yes.
You know, and and sometimes people will stay in these situations just to save face. Right. Because everybody already told you it wasn't going to work. Everybody said it wasn't going to work, and I think what happened is, if I remember correctly, I think he lost his job, and he struggled to get back on his feet after he lost his job. And so, one of the most important elements of this whole thing with all these kids and single moms is you got to have some money.
That's true.
You got to have some money.
Because if you don't, you messed up.
Right. If the money's funny, it ain't gonna work.
But Calvin, to me, it would be like, okay, I lost my job, but I'm still, as I'm looking for a job, I'm gonna still help you take care of the household.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Cooking, cleaning, making sure the kids have what they need. It's like a partnership.
Yeah.
It's like a partnership.
But wait a minute, Michelle. That's all nice to say. But for a man, there's no partnership that can replace money.
That's true. You got that right.
I don't care what. Look. I don't care how many. Right. I don't care how many clothes you fold. I don't care how many floors you vacuum. I don't care who you pick up from daycare. That all those things are nice, but if you don't have a check,
dude,
it ain't gonna work.
But Calvin, have you seen some of these men that actually go out and they're just hustle, just to bring home just to bring home something so they can say they are trying.
Yes,
some of them do that.
Yes,
and I can respect those brothers that go out there. They might have lost their job, but they'll find a side hustle, anything, just to bring something into the house.
Just to bring it in. Yeah. Just to bring it in. It could be a difficult thing. So, but this is why I wanted to have these shows, because I see it from both ends. I see men who are if a guy decides that he don't want to date single moms, I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm actually okay with that because he understands that he's not ready for what is required.
That's right. And it's a lot to be required to take on a mother with kids, because you got a lot that's going to be going on that you got to be prepared for, because not just supporting them, you also got to deal with the drama, because there's going to be coming drama behind this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not mentally, physically, and financially secure, don't get into that situation if you're not ready. I mean, you can love that woman all day, half the night, but bro, if she got kids, you ain't ready for that.
No, you don't want that, and you asking for a tough time. So, Michelle, thank you so much, cousin. I sure appreciate you coming up and saying hello.
Tell your dad that his family in South Carolina said hi.
I certainly will. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. All right, you guys. All right. Let's bring some more of these good points up. I want to answer this question. All right. So look, Thick Brown, I just sent you the request to join the show. Okay, here goes somebody. Here you are.
Can you hear me?
Hold on, Thick Brown. All right, here we go. Can you hear me now? All right. I just want to make sure that the folks on the other side can hear you. So, how are you? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. What's your thoughts about this topic? This single men deciding not to date single moms and all the things that go with that.
And just didn't work out. And then I had to go date again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was crazy.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't been, in the market for a long time. And then, time has changed as well. So
yes.
It was really hard finding somebody compatible and somebody who wanted to date somebody with kids.
Yeah. How hard was that? How hard was it to find somebody who really just who was okay with dating somebody with kids? Like how difficult really was that?
Hard. I didn't date a whole. Well, my friend had actually put me on this really bad site. It's called POF.
POF.
No idea what it was about because I'd never been on those kind of sites. You know, I was married, you know, for a long time, so I never had to be on that kind of stuff. And oh my God, that was the worst experience ever. But, those were just like dinner dates and stuff like that. And then I probably had like 3 boyfriends before I found my husband, or my husband found me, however you want to say it. But my first boyfriend was an awful experience, and I guess maybe he was like my first like go around right after, you know, getting married. I wasn't really ready. I was just kind of like testing the waters. It was awful because, you know, he was my age, but he wasn't like, he never had kids, so he didn't really know how to play that father role, I guess. And it was just really hard.
Yeah.
It didn't last very long.
Yeah.
My second boyfriend was like it was a long distance relationship. He did work for the airline, so he didn't have to visit frequently. But the problem with him was he wasn't very interactive with my kids.
Yeah, you need somebody interactive with kids. They gotta love the kids.
He came, you know, to see me and spend time with me and hey kids, what's up? And that's just about it.
Yeah. Dick Brown, stop right there though, you guys, because I think that is that's a good point right there. Just that some people are good for you and some people are good for your kids. And some people but the person who's going to be in your life has to be good with both. You know, because I've known some men who are great with the woman. And the woman really enjoyed finally having somebody who cares, somebody who's there, somebody she can rely on, like all the things, right? But the man never really liked the kids. And I've known people who actually married that person and knowing that this guy doesn't like your kids, and he ends up treating the kids like you know, really badly. So
I can honestly say that with my second boyfriend, I think he was scared to take on the responsibility because everything was good between, you know, me and him and stuff. And then when it came time to like do things with the kids, like going out to eat and stuff, I mean, you know, he paid and he took us, but it was kind of like a force, like how to force it, you know?
Yeah.
And then here came my third strike, and it was my third boyfriend, and he was actually the next town over.
Yeah.
And he was actually good with my kids, but he was a little hoe bag, so.
Yeah. Yeah, understood. All right, well, look, Dick Brown, I appreciate you coming in, joining us, sharing your experience with us. That was really valuable, and I hope that really helps somebody.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you. All right. That was one of my friends here at TikTok, on the TikTok side. I saw a comment, y'all, that I can't let this go. I gotta read what Angel K said. She said, "I will date a man who has multiple babies by multiple women. This one guy has 12 kids with 9 baby moms." I hope you making that up. I hope you are capping. I hope that is all cap. because I hope that you are not actually dating a man who has 12 kids. Because I can't think of one good reason to date a man who's got 12 kids. I can't think of one good reason. All right, we got some more folks on the Angel. Please tell me you capping. Oh, she will not. Oh, will not date. Okay, got you. Sheesh, you got me nervous for a minute there. All right. Still know he can't be touched. All right, so look, also, you guys, if y'all want to jump in and come on stage, you can click the link in the bio. I'm sorry, not the link in the bio. Click the link in the chat, and you guys can come on in and share your thoughts. Sonia says, I know a guy in VA who is married and has about 13 kids with 13 baby mamas. It's disgusting. Yes. What's going on, cousin? Thank you so much for popping in. Tammy Nicole, what's happening? I dated a man with more than 12 kids, all taken care of. Plus, I can't carry anymore. No, ma'am. But that's not. Look, this is y'all trying to change the argument. I see what y'all trying to do. Tammy Nicole. Y'all trying to change this around. This isn't about men with kids. This is about why men are saying they do not want to date single mothers. What's the upside? What's the downside? What are some red flags? Now let's be honest. Why shouldn't if this guy says he don't want to date a single mom, believe him. If a man says he doesn't want to date a single mom, there's some good reason for it. Those kids have a daddy. Sometimes daddy's going to come around. Daddy's going to want to know, and as he should, the father of those children are going to come around and wants to know, who is this man who's now going to be around my children? So that could be a conflict. Who is this man who's going to be around in my children's lives? Now I can speak for when I remember meeting the men in my daughter's life, the men who were going to be the fathers, who were going to be my baby's mother. I hate using it. My child's mother. She was getting married. She was out dating, got married. And before she married the guy, I met him. Had a conversation. I could tell he's a decent guy, and that was pretty cool. But there was one guy that I never really met, who she married. Never really met. Hey, Sister Bunny from VA. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Share your thoughts. If you want to come on up, let me know. My girl Amika is in the building, Jersey representing. All right. Appreciate you coming through. So, these situations are very sticky. Now, I wish I had the ability to pull up the McDonald's situation. I know y'all probably tired of hearing it. I know you probably tired of hearing it. But this really all got kicked off with that. He don't want to buy McDonald's for all of them. I've been in that situation, and I decided to buy my daughter's little brother a Happy Meal. Because I knew that's the situation they was in. Just for the sake of it. I know we are over it. We are over it. But I think it hit so hard because it's one of those things that everybody does something different. Everybody has a different take on it. Everybody has a different perspective of it. Everybody did it differently. But it's still going to come up. So let me ask this, you guys. How do you know from the lady side? How do you know that this is even this person, right? That you've chosen to be with, chosen to let into your life. When is a good time to introduce your new friend, maybe your boyfriend, your man friend, to your children? When is a good time? Drop your comment down below. Let me know. Okay. Showstopper says 6 months. Showstopper says 6 months. All right. Thick Brown said, I waited 6 months. How long should you wait before you introduce your children to this man who is in your life? I want to hear from everybody. And look, if you're on the wherever you're watching this, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the like button. Let's make sure we got the likes up. All right. Sharon Brown Maxwell, what's up, lady? She said a year. How long should you wait before you introduce a new man into your children's lives? All right. Michelle said 5 months. Let's see. Purity said immediately. You going to introduce every man to your children? She said immediately. Seven Figure said once you establish he is quality, 6 months to a year. Italiana said Steve Harvey said immediately to see how he interacts with them. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You should not be introducing anybody to your kids immediately. All right, Christy said depends, but maybe several months. Yes, you got to be careful these days. Solid commitment, somebody said. Sister Bunny said 6 months. Everybody said 6 months, 5 months. Showstopper said, I need to check their social security number first. Yeah, you got to run that background check. Who is running background checks? Are you running background checks on these people who are coming into your life and into your children's lives? So there's some things that need to go on. So we're talking about from the woman's side right now. We're going to get to the men's side. Couple things. There's a couple things that we definitely need to do when you are a single mother dating. You must know who you are bringing your children around. Do they have a criminal background? Are they on the list? Okay, because if they're on the list, then that's going to also stop you from maybe even living in certain places, doing certain things. Are they on the list? That's important to know. Get back to that. What else should you know as you're getting to know the gentleman who is stepping into your life? All right. All right. Italiana said, I don't even have kids and I still do a background check. Showstopper said, and the Holy Spirit. I heard that. What else? What else does a person need to do? Keisha said 6 months. How long should you date before you introduce someone to your children? Yes, I like that, Thick Brown. Watch how the person acts and treats other people. Because listen to this. We all know that people are on their best behavior at the beginning of a relationship. They're on their best behavior. They're doing everything that they feel is right. They're trying to say everything that's right. They're trying to, yeah, okay. But eventually that wears off. Give it time to wear off and get to know the real person. Sometimes people can front for a long time. Yes. I like that. Anna says, I want to meet their family, friends, neighbors, co-workers. All right. So here's a good one. 7-figure. I wish I could put that one on the screen. She said, Kelvin, are you familiar with Dr. Laura? Yes, I am familiar with Dr. Laura. Dr. Laura is a legend. She's been on the radio for like 30 years or something. She says single parents should not get married until kids are 18. I disagree. I mean, I understand why she said that. Because as a single parent, your children only have one parent and they need all of your attention. I think I want to hear her say, I've heard her explain that too. She said, as a single parent, your children need all of your attention. And so if you get in a relationship, then your attention is split. And your kids don't get the attention that they need. Showstopper said, I need some attention too. I heard that. Yeah. Listen, I'll say maybe consider not, it just depends on the person. Depends on the person. Some people have done this. They just said, you know what? I'm not dating till my kids is 18 and off and gone. Then they start dating because they want to give the kids their undivided attention. Yes. So let's talk about it from the man side. Fellas, when should a man decide, if a man decides to get involved with a woman, when do you think you should meet the kids? If there's some guys that's watching, when do you think you should meet the kids? I think when you know that this is really going somewhere, that's my perspective. When you know that this is really going somewhere, we're not just kicking rocks down the road. We actually are planning to build something. Somebody asked me one time, how do you know if a man sees you in his future? I got a video on it. Go on YouTube and type that in. How do you know if a man sees you in his future? If this is the same thing. And by the way, in general, a man knows if you are a contender on the first date. A man knows if you are the kind of woman that he wants to spend more time with and possibly have you into his life. First, second, third date. He knows. He knows. I had one lady said, I've been with a man for 12 years and he won't marry me. Guess what? He's not going to. If you've been with a man for all that time and he won't marry you, guess what? He's not going to. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it because he's not going to. Yes. Yes. So, how do you know if a man is serious about you? My boy Kenny dropped a comment. Let me grab that comment. Says he makes plans. A man does not make plans with a woman that he's not planning to keep. He's not making no plans. He's not talking to you about Christmas. Where are we going to spend Christmas? Where are we going to spend Thanksgiving? What does our future look like? Where do you want to live? How are we going to make money together? How are we going to, and listen, y'all, there's a conversation that doesn't really get had. A lot of people don't have this conversation of the two. There's more, but the two statutes in a relationship that has to be love and money. How are we going to build love and how are we going to build money? If there's no talk about love, why even be together? You might as well just, there's no point. If you're together and you're not making money together, what's the point? You're not building wealth. Traditionally, before this before Disney got a hold of it, people actually used to get married to build wealth. People actually used to get married to build wealth, to build their legacy. I remember. Look, I wish we would return back to the arranged marriages. Arranged marriages. People stayed together with arranged marriages. Now I ain't saying they was happy, but when your parents got together with Joe, your Greg's parents got together with Cindy's parents. Greg's parents run the grain market. Cindy's parents run the chicken market. They say, look, if we bringing them two together, we're going to kill the grain and the chicken market. And they build wealth together. Listen, love is not enough. Sorry. Love is not enough to sustain anything. Love is just not enough. It's not deep enough. It's not substantial enough. You got to be on track to build wealth together. So, single moms, as you're looking at this gentleman, ask yourself, can I love him? Can we love each other? And can we build something? Can we love and can we build wealth together? Showstopper said, I need that Boaz Ruth kind of marriage. Okay. Seven Figures said 70-30. That's all I can give. Okay. Can we build something together? I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a vending machine business. I don't care if y'all selling lollipops in the mall. I don't care if you're selling toys. There must be something deeper than just love. So as you're looking at this man, ask yourself, can we build love and can we build wealth? Okay. On the man's side, from the guy's perspective, he's got to know, can listen to this, can she follow me? Can she follow me? Does she listen to me? Does she hear me? Does she have telepathic hearing? Does she have the kind of ability to just, she can figure stuff out and I don't have to tell her what to do? Can she, that's it. Can she submit? Can she submit? Can she listen? Is she going to give me a bunch of back talk? Is she negative? Fellas, don't marry a negative woman. If she's negative, oppositional to everything you say, that's a problem. Yes, seven figure, a man must show himself as a leader, but you can't be a leader unless somebody's willing to follow. And some of these people out here today, like whatever happened to them, they're not following anybody. They're not listening. They're listening to what Instagram say. Doing it all for likes, for love, you know. Submission happens when a man is masculine and leads with integrity. Seven figure, that is mostly true. Unless it's a woman who doesn't have submission in her. That's mostly true unless a woman doesn't have submission in her. If it's not in her, she's not doing it. Because it's just not in her. And I don't care how masculine the guy is. You going to do wrestle alligators? Ain't nobody doing that. And men, the guys of today, they're not doing that. The guys of today, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not wrestling women into submission anymore. They show up. Either you're submissive or you're not. Either you're going to follow or you're not. Either you're going to give opposition all the time or you're not. And if you're going to do all those things, you just go find somebody who doesn't. Showstopper said, my soon-to-be ex-husband done did me dirty. Well, don't allow that to jade you towards submission for the right man. Yes. Well, Italiana, you're right. But I'm telling you, there are some of these women that don't have submission in them. And they won't have it for any man. There's some of these women out here don't have submission for any man. And it don't matter what he brings or does. It's just not in them. All right, y'all. Look, I'm gonna drop my Cash App. I need y'all to go ahead and drop something in the Cash App if you appreciate these conversations. You guys can donate on TikTok as well if you appreciate these conversations. If you want to support these conversations, we need you to share, support, Show some love. We got another comment. All right. We got a single man. Single man got a question. Does affection come before submission? Affection come before submission. Affection? Clarify that if you would, Kenny. Clarify that if you would. And yes, seven figure, there is power in submission. My mother is submissive towards my father. And I can see, look, she knows when to turn it on and when to let you know what's going on. Right? She knows when to step back and when to step up. If my father, y'all know my father's a pastor, my father gets out and say the wrong thing in front of the people, when he get in the car, it's over. She gonna lay into him, boy. But he knows that she has his best interest at heart. When she get in the car, she's not submissive in the car. she gonna let him have it. Why did you say that? Yes, seven figure. Yes, I am in PK, and I got all the PK stuff out of my system. Don't worry about it. I'm good now. I'm good. When I was a teenager, I had some issues. It was all Kenny's fault. Kenny led me in the wrong way. Kenny Tobit right here. See this guy on the screen? He taught me all the wrong things to do, and I just listened. All right, Kenny. All right. So here's more. He says, if a person is affectionate, then they shouldn't have a problem with being submissive. You know what, Kenny? Well, you know what I want to say about that? That's an early warning sign. I can see what you're saying. That's an early warning sign. A woman who is not affectionate, a woman who is emotionally cold, is probably not going to be submissive. It was the band. Yes. Yeah. I you know what? I agree. Tell me what y'all think about that. Because listen, and there are some women out here who are emotionally cold. They didn't get the hugs from mom. They didn't get the love from dad. They are emotionally cold. And fellas, you have to be careful not to try to parent somebody that's emotionally cold. Somebody that's emotionally cold, they need therapy. Yes, they got to get healing first. But I'm telling you, there's some men who want to play captain, the captain who saves. And they'll say, oh, well, you know what? She just needs a good man. No, sometimes she's emotionally cold for a good reason. And she needs Jesus. She needs therapy. Yes. And some of these emotionally cold women are single mothers. Why? Why is she emotionally cold? Because, dude, maybe I know a guy that got another woman pregnant. I can see why. Now, so, you know, if you get another woman pregnant, like you got to break up, man. Getting another woman pregnant is like an unforgivable sin. It's like an unforgivable sin. Right? Now, this person that I'm thinking of, I could see how she could be emotionally cold, going out, being single again. But she's not. She decided that she's not going to be cold. Because once this guy, you know, and he had to deal with now a child. And he wasn't that young either. So, yes, sometimes some of these single mothers are emotionally cold because of what has happened. If you got 3 baby daddies and now you're single again, you could be a little bitter. You can be a little bitter. You can be a little upset. You can be a little angry. Right? But that doesn't make it right. And it's not going to help you. You got to focus on yourself. Absolutely right. Showstopper. That's right. Yes. So 7 Figure says she needs some talk therapy and maybe some pills. It's a fact. If you need medication, go get it. There's no shame in it. To deal with your mindset and to calm your spirit, go get the medication. Do whatever it's going to take to bring you to calm. Anything that's legal and that's helpful. Yeah, a lot of women won't go to therapy. I'm encouraging you, go to therapy. I'm a proponent. I'm a supporter of therapy. Some of these guys need to go to therapy. Some of these guys looking at single women. Why you know, now there's some guys who like, there are some men who actually go for single mothers. And I'll tell you why. Some guys go for single mothers because she's already in make it happen mode. And if she can make it happen for the households, maybe she can make it happen for you. That's what some guys believe. It didn't come up, but Facebook user said it may not be bitterness, but vigilance. Okay. Kenny said some women think the hugs and kisses supposed to come from the man. Men like to get tongued down in public too. He's a nut. Yes. 7 Figure, I agree. Hey, my girl Sherry, what's happening? Therapists need therapy. You got that right. Sherry, when I was taking my psych courses, when I was in school as a psych major, I realized most of the people who was taking psych classes and was a psych major, they all needed a psych. They all needed therapy. Many of the people who were taking psychology classes and to be a psych major all needed therapy. I see you working. She's getting it. You see a lot. I believe that. Kenny's got a question. Are single mothers looking for somebody for them or to be a father figure to their children? That is the question. No, I am not a clinician. No, ma'am, I am not. Well, look, are single mothers looking for somebody for them or somebody to be a father figure to their children? That's what Kenny said. Showstopper said both. Sherry said no. Come on, y'all drop your comment in there. Answer this question. Single man's asking a question. Are you looking for a husband or are you looking for help? Which one is it? A husband? You looking for a husband for you or help for your kids? All right. She said, I want both, even though my son has his father and my daughter's father isn't. Single mothers do not want a father for their kids. They already have one. Skeptical said that. Kenny says single mothers don't want a father for their kids. They already have one. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Because again, as I stated earlier, once the guy sits in the seat as the male, the adult male in the house, there are certain things that are expected of him. There are certain duties that are expected of him just because he sat in the seat. Hey, Sonia's here. What's up? What's happening? Sony K. Agree. My children has an active father, so you can hold the seat, but they have a father. Yes, they do. They have a father. You can hold the seat, but that there's certain things that when their father is not around, children are expecting to be led by the male leader in the house, even if they do have a father. I wish I could see. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. See if I can catch some of those. All right. All right. Oh, okay. That's Jamie. What's happening, Jamie? She says he can't be my husband if he can't be a father figure for my children. It's a package. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, absolutely. She said it's a package deal. Showstopper said, I want a God-fearing husband and father for my kid, for both my kids, whether their fathers is there or not. But the question is, what does he get in return? You know, this is the thing that the guys are talking about, that there seems to be more demand and what you get out of it and what your children get out of having the man to sit in the seat of the male leader than what he gets out of it. What does he get? At some point in time, one of them kids are going to say, when they don't like what he got to say, they're going to tell him, you're not my father. You're expected to financially contribute to these kids that are not yours. You're expected to support them emotionally. You're expected to show up to their games. You're expected to do this, expected to do that. And there's a lot of expectations. All right. Skeptic said, I'm a divorced mom. I can do everything by myself. My kids has his father's affection, attention, and love. Okay. Sony said he wouldn't need to support them. That's what you say. That's what you say. That's what you say. My man Robert Lee. You guys check out my boy Robert Lee. I wish it would have come up on the screen. But my boy Robert Lee, what's happening, good brother? He said, what if your children are grown and what do you still need a FOB, father for? What if your children are grown? Children are grown, they grown. If the children are grown, they grown. And they're not necessarily part of the equation. So, but this is tough for a lot of people, man. On one hand, I can see why Dr. Laura said that you should just stay single until your kids are grown and gone. Absolutely. Grown and gone. I can understand that. But at the same time, you want to have comfort. You want to have a mate. You want to have somebody to be there for you. You want to be able to have a relationship. You want companionship. And if you want companionship, then, you know, you got to play this game real well. Got to play this game real well. So, all right, my people. Well, I appreciate you guys checking out the show today. I appreciate you guys being involved. And look, go ahead and check out the next video. I got more videos coming soon, coming right after this. If you hang on to this, it's another video coming up after this. I would love for you guys to drop a donation in the Cash App. Send the donation in the Cash App if you appreciate this. And if you're on the TikTok side, go ahead and fill this room full of love. If you appreciate this time together, hopefully you got something from this time, at least a thought, an idea, something that's going to be a blessing to you and your life. All right. All right, my friends. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all coming through. Till next time, peace and love.